Today we are making the Yangzhou Fried Rice, aka Yangzhou炒饭. It's probably one of the most famous fried rice recipes ever. But why Yangzhou? It is a city that was very famous in the past for its three knives: the razor, the pedicure knife, and the cleavers. Think of them as symbols for three flourishing industries in Yangzhou at that time: barbering, the baths, and cookery. And what does a cleaver have to do with fried rice? Why? But before doing that, with no further ado, let's dive into the recipe. But if you like cleavers, razors, and pedicure knives, and leave us some comments if you want to see some tricks with the cleavers. So what I did was starting with some rice. First question here is, what kind of rice to use? You're good. No, you're very good. No, that is a good question. That's a good question. Beautiful. And we got the answer, because rice is usually divided in three main varieties here in China: 鲜米, Jinhua, and 糯米. And of course, this time it's not gonna be the 糯米, the glutinous rice, because we're making fried rice. But which one of the 鲜米 and Jinhua to choose? Which one? Which one? Between these two, we want to choose the 鲜米, which is pretty much the same as jasmine rice. Produced in the southern regions of China, it's usually longer in its grains, and it has a higher proportion of resistant starch inside, which will help us to keep the grains nice and loosened and firm after the cooking. See, the particular thing of rice is actually ending up with a fried rice where you can actually see the individual rice grains. It's not a risotto, and die. The original recipe wants us to use some 隔夜饭, leftover rice. We're not saying that it's necessary for you to wait overnight to prepare this rice, but if you don't have the time, just cook it, leave it refrigerated for a couple of hours. That will partly do the job. Give the rice a good rinse and prepare for the cooking. See, here we used an instant rice cooker, and if you don't have one, do get one, because it is a life changer. The trick with cooking the rice for fried rice is actually to do with the quantity of water that we're gonna be adding in the rice. Make sure you just add enough water to barely cover the rice inside of the cooker. Easy, right? And if you want to know precisely how much water you should be adding, just look into the description. The beautiful thing about the instant cooker is that it completely does the job for you while you get going with the cutting and preparation of other ingredients. If you don't feel like buying one, just use a normal skillet, but make sure you do not overcook the rice. It is not risotto, alright? There are no particular seasonings used with this recipe, no oyster sauce, no soy sauce, just the umami flavors that we're going to extract from all the ingredients. From cured ham, dried seafood, vegetables, eggs, other proteins. We soak some dried shitake mushrooms into warm water for about 3 hours. If you have time, soak them overnight for a better result. Same thing as the 米饭, which is rice. You know that, right? You guys are good. You're getting better, I tell you. You're getting very good. We place something on the top to literally soak them. Same thing we did for the dried scallops, where we added a tablespoon of Shaoxing cooking wine. If you want to use fresh scallops instead and not dried seafood, just make sure you marinate them before using them. We bought some Jinhua火腿, and while I was about to cut it, that's when I realized the link between Yangzhou Fried Rice and cleavers. That's looking like a drum, but cleavers. Fried rice, Yangzhou, cleavers. Why? Yangzhou Fried Rice, besides being a great tasty recipe, is actually a complete show-off when it comes to cutting skills. Because this recipe is all about using your cleavers to cut all the ingredients in small cubes of regular size. And that is going to require some skills. Woo! The job was pretty straightforward, with cutting things into stripes first and then into small cubes. Better using the cured meat cuts that are quite dry. Oh we forgot the rice! To get it ready once cooked, take it out from the steamer and spread it on a large tray to stop the cooking. Letting cool down, letting the water to evaporate, losing its moisture. Once you're done, place it into the fridge and job done. We continue with the cutting. It was time for some chicken cubes and shrimps into cubes. We cracked 4 eggs and we kept a little bit of egg white separately. Mix the eggs properly and filter them to obtain a nice smooth liquid. Time to marinate the proteins, shrimps and chicken cubes. And here we use a simple marinating technique of the Chinese cuisine, which is adding salt, sugar, white pepper, starch, egg white that we left aside before, and then massage, massage, massage. I'm sure you're gonna like it. Umami flavors didn't stop there, because we added bamboo shoots as well as some carrots, which we cut into stripes and again into small cubes. Fried rice cannot miss some spring onion flavor. We finally chopped some and set aside. Going back to the things that we soaked before, just make sure you cut them into cubes as well. So that is shiitake mushrooms and scallops. The dried scallops. You're doing better. I recall the memory of myself eating in a fancy restaurant and ordering the Yangzhou Fried Rice. But eggs into the fried rice were not just normal eggs, were thin shreds of eggs. And I wanted to replicate that at home. And the only thing that I had to do was look for a container which I could use to slowly drop the egg liquid inside the boiling oil. But I didn't have one. That's when I had a great idea. I'm a genius. Look what I found. An Italian coffee mocha. That worked just great, guys. What we did was heating up some oil, dropping the egg liquid slowly inside, mixing very quickly with our chopsticks, and then turning the heat on medium to let it become firm. It was not the best of the results, but we obtained the egg shreds that we wanted. We removed the excess oil and that was ready. Forget about the egg shreds. If you want to go for the easy way, just make your scrambled eggs and, job done. Water inside the wok, pinch of salt, pinch of sesame oil, and quickly blanch the carrots, the bamboo shoots, and the green peas. Peas. Always. Overnight rice, here we go. This was the result after 3 hours in the fridge, and I could feel it quite dry already, with most of the moisture out. Not too bad. Time for the final show, the cooking! A tiny bit of oil into your wok. Remember, we do not want to have the rice to be too greasy and too oily, we want to keep it dry. Cook the chicken and shrimps cubes inside, and add some Shaoxing wine to help from sticking on the bottom of the wok. Once cooked through, add the scallops in and the veggies. Peas, shiitake mushrooms, the carrots, and the bamboo shoots. It was then time for the rice. When you add it, try to mix it with the ingredients and then press it on the bottom of the wok to let it dry out and suck up all the flavor. Egg shreds inside and spring onions. Pretty much job done. Oh, I forgot the ham. The Jinhua ham. We actually did it on purpose. No, not on purpose. Okay. We did it because we wanted to show you how great a wok could be. To be honest with you, we should have added the ham together with the scallops. But we forgot. I forgot. I mean, yeah, you forgot too, but yeah, we forgot. The wok is big enough to save some space for cooking things separately. So I set the rice on one side and the ham on the other side. I turned the wok by placing the heat on the side of the ham. And I made sure that I cooked that through. Another good mix, and this time it was really job done. This recipe is an easy one, but as all the easy recipes, I have to actually make sure that it's good. Besides its taste, because it has to taste good, you want to make sure that the rice grains are nice and loosened but still firm and dry. No greasy sensations. If you master this recipe and the cooking techniques with that, I'm pretty much sure that you're gonna be making fried rice at least twice a week. That's 4 times, but it's 8. Cool. Okay, magic. Feel free to add some extra spring onions at the very end as topping or sesame oil, and remember to use whatever ingredients you have left in your fridge. We decided to go with another classic topping that was Chinese chili oil. And to be very honest with you, that chili oil, that particular chili oil, it was Chinese chili oil, it made my day. It made my day. It took the rice to another level. Because when you eat fried rice, you want to have a nice chili oil to pair it with. Therefore, Chinese chili oil. So what are you waiting for? If you liked our recipe and you like our chili oils, just smash the like button, leave us some comments about what kind of recipes or Chinese food store you want to hear about, and we're gonna make it for you. Because if you leave us that comment and you like our channel, you're gonna be giving us a big help. And it doesn't cost anything to you. Actually, when we reach 1K subscribers, we're gonna be running a huge, massive online party, because offline parties are not trendy nowadays. And the online party is gonna be full of vibes, good people, the community that you're gonna meet. My name is Gianluca from Chinese, and we're gonna connect the dots between you and authentic Chinese cuisine. Alright?